with that. So here are the two swings now side by side. The left hand one was your before swing with the two red lines there. As you can see now as we go back, again, very, very good setup, but a lot of slide laterally with the lower half, that knee going outside that red line. You've moved your pelvis over a long way this way. There's a big gap between there and the red line. Now, in this occasion, you do kind of get back to where you wanted to, but having that much sort of shift with your lower half, it's just going to lead to a lot of inconsistencies for one. And as the clubs get longer, they get more difficult to use, okay? So in this case, you've got to get back to the ball there now. As you come through, though, head sort of staying down so you can see the spine now leaning back a little bit more, trying to get through that. Then your eyes sort of come through a bit at the end, but long term, we want to make sure that head just comes through and releases normally, okay? So this was your back swing as I said before. This is the swing you're making now. You're just in practice swings here now, rehearsing the movement, okay? So getting the sensation of how the hips are going to move there. Good. Yeah. So you sort of see the hips. That's right, much better, yeah. In an ideal world, the hip could go a little bit further that way, but compared to what you were, so yeah, a little bit more kind of that way. But overall, it's a much better move to what you had on that left-hand one, okay? So you rehearse that movement over and over, okay? Get that sensation, that left hip is sort of almost like the left hip is going towards target. If you're up against that wall behind you, that's your right cheek now is sort of going towards the target. You make a sort of a noise against the wall, which we'll show you in a second, all right? But moving more within the lines of those two sticks there on your body there, okay, rather than sliding. So you do that as a rehearsal. That was a little bit of your old one again, as you can see. So every now and then it will creep in the old swing because it's kind of it's ingrained, isn't it?
Remind myself how not to do it.
Exactly. So and the thing is, what we want to try to do is focus on what you want to do as opposed to what you don't want to do. Yeah. So many golfers get told, don't lift your head, don't bend your arm, don't do this, don't do that, and then you got mental torture being beaten up again. Don't. Oh God, hang on. If we just said, okay, we want your hips to move this way. That's your focus, okay? So there's a better move there. You can see your head's there nice and stable. Lower half moving from there. Now we can then swing through. Let the head and body finish nice and relaxed upon that left. You can tell your left leg now has gone through that green line, okay? Then we step into the golf ball. The line's back on there, okay? So now the ball's there. Just focus on the ball. In comparison, much better. Really, really good. I mean, from there now, at least you can now move to your left side. And look at that line now, we said with that other video we saw with that gentleman, that line's through your leg there. Whereas this one here now, you couldn't get through there, you see, yeah? It's like how much further towards target you've moved, yeah? Yes. And when you finish this swing now, up onto your left side, nicely in balance, head up, watching the shot, enjoying how good it looks, and see where the ball goes, yeah? So definitely don't keep your head down, yeah? Don't try and keep things locked and stiff and too tense, okay? The only focus now is that hip movement, which again, will take a bit of practice, but if you can rehearse that moving there over and over again, it will feel a bit strange. I mean, the simple reaction to that, if you just see how you're crossing your arms there, you're right over left, yeah? Now just cross your elbows left over right when you stand there. Yeah. Just feels a bit. And again, even you had to think about how to do it, didn't you? We would agree, I'm sure, that crossing their arms is a lot easier than swinging a golf club, isn't it? So it will take a little bit of rehearsing and just practice that. But if you can go to the range and just practice that, okay, if you do this movement daily for 5 minutes, you probably get a couple hundred movements of that in 5 minutes quite easily. Roughly 30 or 40 a minute. You probably get 200 a day. That's 400 Tuesday, 600 Wednesday, 800. That's 5 minutes a day. It's not spending hours down the range. And by 6 weeks, you'll have 10,000 movements. So you'll have muscle memory, yeah? So it doesn't have to take years and years and years of training. You could spend 5 minutes a day, every day. And again, put the kettle on the kettle, but just go and do it in the garden, couldn't you? So it wouldn't take a long time to do that. And you could get this movement to the point where it feels... At the moment, it feels weird. In time, it will feel less weird. Then it'll start feeling a bit normal. Then it'll feel natural. Then it'll feel great. That's kind of the process we're going to go through. Okay, does that make sense then, yeah?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Good, excellent. Right.